$630 is a lot of money and can buy you a lot of things. Unless you're a Kardashian, $630 probably buys you like, you know, a vintage glass water bottle with like artisanal lemon. But for the majority of us, that's a lot of money. And you know that I have been putting this on my face, putting it to the test. It has been putting my patience to the test. As I was rubbing this on my face, I was feeling a little salty, specifically because of some of the hyaluronic acid that is in some of these products. But I thought to myself, fuck, I could do this so much cheaper. So you know that I did. I wanted to do this exclusively with the Inkey list and see how low can we go. We're not just talking limbo, we are talking prices, because economies and recessions and because inflations and, you know, if you want to inflate the like button and not, you know, Kim Kardashian's wallet, I would greatly appreciate it. But you don't have to, because I'd rather earn the like instead of just shove it in your face and hope that you hope that you try it, you know? Okay. And you'll notice that when we turn and learn these products, we're just bypassing all of the BS on the front. And when we look at the back, we're seeing what actually happens inside of this product and what the ingredients are that are going to be doing the work that these brands are claiming are going to happen to our skin. First and foremost, we gotta talk cleansers. That's a toner. This is the cleanser. And again, I will give credit where credit is due. It does look like a nice, it looks like a pillar from the Parthenon. Very, very pretty. Very sustainable. However, what's inside of it is not revolutionary in my personal opinion. This from Skin boasts that it has 17% glycerin and aloe vera. It's supposed to be super hydrating to the skin. And it also has some turmeric in here for brightening and helping with, you know, uneven and dull skin. This right here costs $45. And while the ingredients are hydrating and soothing, the Inkey list has a brightening, hydrating with glycerin and aloe vera cleanser for 10. This right here is a phenomenal cleanser. I would say this is like a gel to cream cleanser, and it has ingredients in here that help to brighten and even the skin tone, such as licorice. This also has fulvic acid. Fulvic acid is wonderful and can actually help with inflammation in the skin. For people who deal with eczema or psoriasis, this is not going to cure that at all, because there is no cure for psoriasis and eczema, but it is something that would be a good option to include in a routine. And Kim does have psoriasis, and I was wondering if her line was going to be psoriasis friendly and fragrance-free or not. Like that it's fragrance-free, don't like that it's 45 doll hairs, but right here, this fulvic acid cleanser is 10. Not a dupe, but very comparable, if not better. And again, I don't know if this has like 17% glycerin, but the glycerin in here is hydrating. The aloe vera in here is soothing. If you want a soothing cleanser, I got something that is 25% cheaper. 25%! You know that we gotta follow up a cleanse with a tone, and the toner also looks very Parthenon-esque with its, you know, fanciness. Fun fact though, the toner I had very much trouble with when I was first trying to use this, which again, video to come soon when I'm done torturing my keratinocytes. But this toner is fucking confusing. It boasts witch hazel, it boasts AHAs. They threw some niacinamide in there, some salicylic acid, some papaya, and some pineapple. They're just like, throw everything in the liquid. And I'm like, wait, what are you doing? Like, what are you trying to do? There is such thing as too much of a good thing. Not to mention the lemon and the orange, which has literally been burning my face, just the way this first burned my wallet. I should have seen the writing on the wall. But thankfully, I buy and try things so that you don't have to. Well, the Inkey list has a PHA toner that is fantastic. It does not have a whole bunch of witch hazel, which again is not a bad ingredient, but it also doesn't have the orange or the lemon or the extras that we don't need from this. PHA is polyhydroxy acid. These are basically acids that look like sugar molecules and they're very large, so they sit on top of the skin. So they exfoliate, but very gently. And when you look at the essence of what this toner is trying to do, it's trying to exfoliate and brighten the skin very gently and allow the next steps in the routine to penetrate. And you could do that with Kin for $45, or you could do it with Inkey for literally 11. And again, I understand this does not have the, you know, refill me, recycle me, type of thing, but it does come in a recyclable container. This brightens the skin. This is non-irritating. This is a gentle option for people who do deal with skin sensitivity but still want a little bit of exfoliation. And again, it's literally a fourth of the price. Also, this has niacinamide just the way that this one boasts. So again, we're not talking 2 peas in a pod, but we're talking these fucking vegetables are growing in the same garden, okay? Okay, now, Kim Kardashian wants to smashy our skin cells with an exfoliator. This exfoliator is more than questionable, which is why I did not buy it, and I actually had a hard time buying all of these things, but again, I'm sacrificing myself and my wallet for you. You're welcome. You're welcome. I know you didn't ask for it, but I did it. You're welcome. You're welcome. This exfoliator has granules, and it's also got grapeseed oil, pumpkin, enzymes, pomegranate. It actually looks kind of good, but I'm kind of worried about that physical exfoliation. And again, with everything else that is going on in this routine, the other issue that I have with this one is that it does have fragrance. I do not hate fragrance in skincare. I don't think it's a bad thing. It depends on who you are and how you use it. But fragrance in an exfoliator, little bit more suspicious. The only fragrance exfoliator I can think of that I really like is from like Dermalogica. And again, when Dermalogica exists, why would I buy Skin Kardashian Cashy Grabby when I could get Dermalogica? Now, it looks like this exfoliation is coming from silica, which is much more gentle on the skin. At least it's not walnut scrubs like, like what was happening with the sibling rivalry. So is it the most horrible thing in the world? I don't know. I haven't put it on my face. Kim Kardashian says that this is like one of her favorite products in the line, but I say 55. Bye-bye, no thank you. Now, the Inkey list has an apple cider vinegar peel. And what's amazing about this is it has many similar exfoliating ingredients, such as fruits, only it is a chemical exfoliant. And yes, it does actually have some lemon and orange, which is why I don't have it in front of me, because that would burn my fucking face. But it doesn't have legit fragrance the way Kim Kardashian's does. And again, I don't hate fragrance, but she has very openly shared her struggle with psoriasis. And the other items in the line are fragrance-free. So why did we have to fragrance this one? And if you really wanted to fragrance it, that pomegranate I'm sure smells lovely. Just like bump that up a little bit. Like, come on, come on. Now, Kim Kardashian also launched this hyaluronic acid serum. Ooh, wait, why won't you open sesame? SKKN launched this hyaluronic acid serum for $90. And I guess they have multi-molecular hyaluronic acid in here. They boast a bunch of things about how this is like super, super hydrating. Well, I have thoughts about that, and my face has thoughts about that, but the Inkey list also has products for that. And you're probably expecting me to just whip out the Inkey list's hyaluronic acid, and bitch, you would think, and that's not a bad idea, but when you actually look at what is in this product and what they are claiming, they are saying that it is a supreme hydration. They are saying that it has a 72-hour water lock and it's like plumping and amazing. And when you actually look at the benefits of what this product is supposed to do, I'm like, hold the fuck up. Some collagen peptide serum could save the day. The collagen peptide serum from the Inkey list does not label itself as a hyaluronic acid serum, but it does have hyaluronic acid in it. And when you actually look at it, it is extremely plumping. Helps to support the skin barrier, helps to nourish the skin, grabs hydration and pulls it into the skin because of the peptides and the collagen in here. Just because you put collagen on your skin doesn't mean that your skin is going to create more collagen, right? But collagen and peptides are humectants and they can draw moisture into the skin for 72 hours, the way that this one claims it can do. They say this has a 72-hour water lock that works on different skin layers, and there's flower extracts to plump and moisturize. And again, when you look at what this product does, the collagen one from the Inkey list does this for a fraction of the price. This one right here has glycerin, which is a humectant. It does have hyaluronic acid, another humectant. So does the Inkey list one. And what's interesting about this SKKN one is that they have a saccharide isomerate and some radish root ferment filtrate. And when we look at the Inkey list collagen peptide serum, they also have the radish root ferment filtrate. Wonderful, phenomenal, very comparable. Again, this is not an exact dupe, but I feel like the Inkey list one here is even better. And the peptides in here are super supportive and nourishing to skin. And when Kim Kardashian is claiming that this is gonna, plump up the skin and hydrate it for 72 hours, I'm looking at the Inkey list and I'm like, that looks like it's gonna do just as well, if not a very comparable or better job. It is also a vegan collagen, which we love to see. And it's not $90, which also makes this much better and more affordable to use regularly because you need to use skincare regularly in order for it to work. Okay? I am calling on this collagen serum to relieve me of my pain that this has caused me. Kim Kardashian also has a vitamin C, specifically a C8 serum that is supposed to smooth and firm the skin. It's supposed to give a radiant, glowing complexion with 3-O-ethyl ascorbic acid, and it actually, looks pretty decent. Okay, I've got some thoughts on this one that we're still sussing out. However, when it's $90 and this one is closer to $9, This vitamin C looks very comparable, but I don't actually recommend the Inkey List's vitamin C as, you know, a replacement for this one. This vitamin C is 30%. What I actually recommend is the 15% plus EGF, the epidermal growth factor. This is a vitamin C from the Inkey List that is actually much less intense than this one, and it's still inexpensive at $15. It works extremely well, and what does it do? It brightens the skin, it helps to even skin tone, it helps create a smooth, firm texture specifically because of that epidermal growth factor. Epidermal, think of the epidermis, that top layer or that set of layers at the top of our skin. Growth factor is literally to help stimulate and promote natural skin cell turnover. Fucking love it at $15 instead of $90. This one from the Inkey List I love, and it has not steered me wrong. It has just brightened my day. Many days, actually. Now, Kim Kardashian launched an eye cream. Because of course, an overpriced moisturizer for the under eye area. I could bitch about this and the $75 price tag all day. But instead, we're going to turn and learn our ingredients. We're going to look at what's actually in here because the Inkey List has some options that are amazing. And I'm like, why? Like, why would I pay $75 when I could literally pay $10? Kim Kardashian's eye cream has shea butter, which is an amazing ingredient that is great in all facial moisturizers. This has peptides, which we've spoken about, can plump up the skin with hydration, can potentially stimulate cell turnover, wound healing, lowering inflammation depending on the peptides. It's also got different oils in here and mushroom. And as you know, eye creams being overpriced moisturizers, there are many facial moisturizers that you can literally use right here. Or if you have an eye cream that you like, use it for benefits all over your face. If you want a different texture here versus here or for makeup application, then go for it. But if you want to save some money, the Peptide Moisturizer is raising the tide and the expectations on what we can get for inexpensively priced but quality skincare. Now, you may have thought that I was going to go for the mushroom moisturizer from the Inkey List because yes, the Inkey List does have an excellent mushroom moisturizer, but when we actually look at the peptides that's in the Kim Kardashian eye cream, this is very similar, and this also happens to have the shea butter. Yeah. Shea butter. This also has the shea butter that the Kim Kardashian one does as well, which is very hydrating and, you know, wonderful to lock in moisture in the under eye or the entire face area. This moisturizer as well is really lightweight, so it's not overly thick. If you're someone who hates a thick under eye cream or you're worried about like milia, again, eye creams don't necessarily cause milia. Milia is actually quite elusive. Those little white pearls under the eyes that a lot of people feel that, you know, oils or heavy creams cause for them. Those are made of keratin. They're literally like little balls of just protein under the skin, but this is lightweight. This should not cause that issue on the face, on the under eyes, or anywhere else, and you can absolutely use this right up here for some peptide plumping goodness. Now, while this is excellent as an eye cream or a face cream, Kim Smashy Kardashian does have a face cream, and I will say, I've got some thoughts about this face cream, but I fucking love that it's a Pokeball. This makes me so happy. It reminds me of the Beauty Pie Pokeball, and I fucking love it. Problem is, the formula inside with a little refillable packaging, my face has not totally been loving. They say that this has a retinol alternative. The title of this is the Face Cream Firming Moisturizer. So I don't feel that it firms or lifts, but again, my thoughts on that for a future video. For now, if we turn and learn and look at the ingredients, we see that there's a lot of apricot in here, which again, I found a K-Beauty dupe, but that's for another video as well. But this just has a shit ton of stuff. It has coconut oil, it has carrot, it has alfalfa, it has squalane, and they basically claim that it's like a retinol alternative. Now, what does the Inkey List have? Retinol alternatives. They literally have both the retinol moisturizer as well as their Bakuchiol moisturizer. And thanks to Dr. Dre, we know that our wonderful Hoochie Coochie Bakuchiol is pregnancy safe, or so people claim. And Bakuchiol is basically this beautiful purple plant that grows in areas like Sri Lanka. And it's supposed to be like this plant-derived retinol. Now, is it good? Yes. Is it the same as retinol? No. If you have the option, and if it's gentle enough for the skin, why not just fucking go for the retinol? Okay, so you could totally use the Hoochie Coochie Bakuchiol, or you could just use the retinol cream. This also has peptides, this has glycerin, this has phospholipids, and yes, this has squalane, and it is very lovely and nourishing to the skin. I would say that it's not quite as thick as the Kim Kardashian Smashy one, and obviously it is a different color, but it is wonderful. It actually feels better on my skin because it doesn't get all nasty and like gummy on my face. It's a very lightweight moisturizing texture. And again, when I look at the price of this Pokeball, which again, I do like that it's a Pokeball, for $85 versus this one for $10, It's just the amount of audacity of some of these luxury skincare brands shocks me. And I feel like when I was younger, I would absolutely buy these types of things thinking that this was going to be the answer. And if I spent more money, then it would just work better. And that is not the truth, because now we know. And when we look for ingredients like squalane, a wonderful oil that is related to squalene, which our skin naturally creates, we can find that in other products for a fraction of the price. And speaking of facial oils, the Kardashians have two. Miss K has this oil drops, where is it? Here we go, the Oil Drops Vita C Glow. And I will say it is very nice to see a vitamin C oil. This is actually a very interesting product, which, you know, thoughts to come soon. The problem is that it's $95 for a blend of oils. And I'm sitting here and I'm just like, why? Freaking why? Well, the Inkey list does not necessarily have an exact vitamin C oil the way some other brands do, which again, we could totally do this with like Beauty Pie, Paula's Choice, etc. But the Inkey list does have rosehip oil. Plain, simple, amazing and supportive for skin with omega-6 and linoleic acid, and rosehip oil does have trace amounts of vitamin C. Now, seeing as rosehip oil is an oil and vitamin C is water soluble, it depends on the rosehip oil and what else it's mixed with and what else is in there, because again, vitamin C is water soluble and waters and oils don't like to play together. They do not like each other unless you have something like a surfactant that makes them play nice. But if you're looking to not spend like $100 on this, the rosehip oil from the Inkey list, plain, simple, omega-6, one ingredient instead of all these, it works. And it works at a fraction of the cost. Now, Kim also has the night oil, because one facial oil was not enough. We just need to slap the facial oils on. And again, I think this comes from Joanna Check, the esthetician, who's an amazing esthetician that Kim K collaborated with on this. And I actually want to compare Joanna Check's skincare line to the Kardashian skincare line, because I look at this and I'm like, okay, the packaging is cool. Reminds me of like, you know, the Parthenon or furniture. But this is fucking funny.
Funny. Yes, but not funny. Haha. Funny, weird.
This is the last step in Kim K's routine, and it is also me being at the end of my rope, because for $95, this has jojoba oil, this has apricot, this has grapeseed oil and sweet almond oil. Sweet almond oil is one of the most inexpensive oils that you can use. And is it good? Yeah, this oil blend is great. It's just not worth that kind of money. I mean, it's sunflower seed oil and triglycerides, for crying out loud. Now, the Inkey list does not have a blend of all of these oils. You can literally get jojoba oil for $6 at Trader Joe's, and you can also get fucking sweet almond oil for, you know, a couple bucks at Whole Foods. But the Inkey list does have squalane, which is not even in this product, but as a night oil, it works fucking well. Remember, squalene is what our skin naturally creates. It's also what shark livers create. And when that squalene gets hydrogenated, then it becomes squalane. Think of our little squalene video where the little shark walked down the lane to go get hydrogenated, and it becomes squalane. You know, antioxidant benefits, seals in moisture into the skin, almost identical to what our skin naturally produces, but it's more stable. This is a phenomenal night oil. If you don't want to spend this kind of money and you've got $10 and you're like, do I buy a Starbucks and a sandwich, or do I put an oil on my face every night for a month? You can afford to put an oil on your face every night for a month. Whereas with this, $95? Do you want to know what I could buy for $95? I could buy this artisanal butterfly tea set. I could buy this beautiful dress in the proper size that actually fucking fits me. For $95, I can pay my cellular benelular phone bill for a month. For $95, I could buy myself tickets to the San Francisco Opera. For $95, I could get my check engine light fixed. Get out, Mika! For $95, I can feed over 500 rescued animals at Juliana's Animal Sanctuary for an entire month. For $95, I could purchase literally all of these products from the Inkey list. Literally, one Kim Kardashian product, or literally this entire routine from Inkey. There is no outro to this video because I have reached the end of my rope with SKKN. Please subscribe if you want to see what happens to my face.